When reconciliation between white Australians and Aborigines stalls or fails, when the dream of a colourblind future fails in the United States or South Africa, when the multicultural dream fails in Europe, you notice a recurring theme. The reason the dream has failed is white people. If only whites had given up more, then the dream would have worked. Because at the heart of this idea is the old communist one of the class struggle, also known as class warfare. Class struggle says that there are two classes, the class that has wealth and power and the class that has neither wealth nor power. The class with wealth and power is called the oppressor class, and the class that does not is the oppressed class. Further, class struggle says that there are no neutrals. Everyone is involved in the struggle, and they are part of one class or they are a part of the other. If you are not being oppressed, then you are an oppressor. Class struggle will only end when both classes have been destroyed and a classless society comes into being, what communists call a communist society. The more class struggle, the closer society is to becoming classless. That is why communists want strife, because they believe it will bring about a perfect society quicker. Now, communism didn't have much to say about race or sex. It said that class struggle was scientific and that made it inevitable. They also believed that this applies to all people throughout time, so there was no need to have different rules for different peoples. But over time, this communist idea made its way into liberalism, into left liberalism to be more precise. But it wasn't an interest in social class that interested them. It was the idea that classes of people existed, that this idea could be used for an idea that both communists and liberals were interested in, levelling. For a classless society such as communists want, and for the autonomous individual that liberals want, levelling would be required. Levelling is the idea that there can be no poor or rich, no stupid or smart, that all people must be on the same level. They must be equal. That requires raising up those who are down and bringing down those who are up. When people are equal, then society will be perfect. Left liberalism took this idea into areas that communists had never thought of: race, sex, and sexual orientation. Why are races or ethnic groups unequal? Why are some richer? Why do some do better in school or in the economy? People have come up with many answers: biology, temperament, intelligence, history, opportunity, religious belief, culture, environment, amongst many others. But if all people are equal, then most of these answers just aren't good enough. There must be some other answer, and class struggle gave a way forward. It provided an answer for why some people get ahead and why others don't. It gives a method of creating a perfect society, and the end result of a classless society without a communist government is a world of autonomous individuals. So why are whites as a class doing so well compared to other racial or ethnic groups? It must be because they are the oppressor class, and all other races and ethnic groups are the oppressed class. If whites could be levelled down, and at the same time the other races and ethnic groups could be levelled up, then an equal society could be created. So when something goes wrong in this little fantasy world that liberalism has created, they blame the only people they can blame: whites. There's no one else to blame, because you can't blame the oppressed, can you? All of this is logical if you believe that people and society are perfectible. Traditionalists reject the very idea that either people or society are perfectible. We accept that people are flawed and that they always will be. The idea that one group of people are responsible for everything that goes wrong is absurd, and we should always point this out.